Hi everyone, I'm Diani. Today I'm going to present about the task 3 heuristic presentation in MTES 1142 course, which is computational thinking in mathematics. So let's see. First of all, let's see what will this presentation about. The first one is what is non-routine problem. So in this subtopic, I will explain a little about the definition of non-routine problem. And then the second one is the problem that I will share, which is the animal problem that we will solve in heuristic. And the third one is the application of computational thinking in this problem. What is non-routine problem? Now let's see the definition. Non-routine problems are problems for which there's no predictable, well-rehearsed approach or pathway explicitly suggested by the task instructions, or a workout example. So from this statement, we can say that non-routine problems are problems that it is not a must to use formula to solve it. These non-routine problems need us to think outside the box because we don't depend on the formula. We can find many strategies to solve this problem. And these non-routine problems also help in develop critical thinking. Next, I will share you one of the non-routine problem, which is as we can see in the slide, it's about the animal problem. So it's just a simple problem that we can see here. There are some rabbits and chickens in a barn. What is the number of chickens is there are 369 legs and 150 heads in the barn. So in this problem, we only have types of two kinds of animals, which is the rabbits and chickens. And also there's the information there given, which is the 396 legs and also 150 heads. So how to solve this problem? There is two different strategies to solve this problem, which is for the first one is the traditional method that we can use, which is algebraic equations, because if we as a student, like if we saw the question, we will, I'm sure everyone will use this method as well because it's the usual way that we use, right, to solve a problem like this. So next is the heuristic approach. So for this heuristic approach, problem solving uses practical experience and knowledge to find quick solutions. So instead of we use the traditional method, how can we solve this problem quicker using heuristic approach? So let's see. Now it's time to understand the solution in heuristic approach because I believe everyone will know how to find the answer just by using algebraic method. But for this heuristic approach, it needs some logical thinking that help us to identify and apply this to solve this problem. So let's go step by step. Step 1, we assume all animals are chickens because in the statement before it says we have two kinds of animals, right? The chickens and the rabbits. So let's just assume all animals are chickens. And then, if all 150 animals were chickens, means that each chicken has two legs. It's logic, right? Chicken has two legs. So the total legs, um, if each chicken has two legs means 150 multiplied by 2, we have 300 legs. But given in the question, actually, we have 369 legs, which is 96 more legs than expected. And then let's go to the next step, which is the step 2. We figure out where the extra legs come from because we know the 300 is the legs of chicken. So the next, the second animal that we have in the pond is rabbits. So each rabbit has four legs, while a chicken has only two. That means each rabbit contributes two extra legs compared to a chicken. So if there are 96 extra legs and each rabbit contributes two extra, the number of rabbits 92 I'm sorry 96 divided by 2 will be 48 rabbits. So it's logic, right? We know that chicken has two legs and rabbits has four legs. So the extra must be or must come from the rabbits. The last step here is to find the number of chickens. As we already have the total animals, which is the given in the statement, it's given that what there are 150 heads, so means we have total animals 150 because no matter chicken or rabbits, both has only one head. So the number of chickens will be 150 minus 48. As we know, 48 is the number of rabbits that we have solved just now. So the total here for the chicken is 102. That's all for this problem. It's really simple and just from logical thinking, you can solve this without using the algebraic method that you will need to let x and y. No need in this problem. And then after we solve this, we can form an algorithms. As we can see in the slide, there is four steps there, which is for the first one, we assume all animals are chickens and calculated the total number of legs. Number two, compare this to the actual total number of legs. Number three, find the difference between the two totals. And number four, we divide the difference by 2 since each rabbit has 2 more legs than a chicken and we can determine the number of rabbits. So actually in these algorithms we already apply the computational thinking which is uh, the algorithms. We managed to form a step-by-step solution by the solution that we solve for this problem. But it's not just like that. There are more computational thinking that also apply in this problem. Wow, it's almost the end of the presentation. But before that, it's important to know the application of computational thinking to solve this problem. Actually, this problem apply all the four basic concepts or basic components of computational thinking, which is the decomposition, pattern recognition, abstraction, and algorithms. Not just that, it's also apply the logical reasoning and evaluation. But I focus on the pattern recognition and logical reasoning component here. So the first one is the pattern recognition. Okay, so what is pattern recognition actually? Pattern recognition need us to identify similarities or pattern that we can see in the problem. and repeated elements within a problem, which allows for quicker and more efficient problem solving. Okay, so in this case, recognizing that chickens always have two legs and rabbits have four legs helps us spot the pattern that each rabbit contributes two extra legs. So it's really an important concept to apply in this problem where we know and we spot the pattern of from the information given logically of these two kinds of animals. And then the next one is logical reasoning. This this also important because it helps us understand the relationship between the number of animals and their legs. In this heuristic approach, this is a crucial step where logic is applied to explore how different combinations of chickens and rabbits can add up to the total number of legs. As I explained before, logically we can say that rabbit has four legs and chicken has two legs. When we know these two information, it helps us to solve and find a strategy quicker so that we can solve